Los Angeles was everything we dreamed of: Malibu sunsets, themed park, Hollywood sign, but was it worth the price? Today I'm breaking down exactly how much our family of four spent during the 2 weeks trip in Los Angeles, including flights, Uber drives, food, and even the basketball campus our kids attended with Los Angeles Lakers camp. It might surprise some of you the exact price how we paid for this trip. If so, please leave in the comments down below and stay till the end of this video because I will share with you all the details how we planned it. As a travel expert with 13 years of experience in travel industry, I enjoy planning all our trips or our family vacations, getaways. I really like planning my solo trip, our couple trips with my husband. It is something that I really love and live with. And I know that there are a lot of people like me who really enjoy this process of preparing for a vacation. It's like living the vacation before and then after. But if you are not that person and you really get overwhelmed with everything, like how to book flights, booking hotels, you are feeling desperate when looking for something cheaper, or you feel overwhelmed preparing all the details of the trip, then I want you to offer my service as a travel advisor. I will leave the link down below where you can share with me, for example, the destination, the amount of money you want to spend in this occasion, how many people, or which type of hotel would you like to book, and I will share with you the exact price of my services to prepare the best version of your future trip. If you feel like it is something that you are interested in, just click in the link below. There will be the Google formula with all this data. Introduce your information, and I will get back to you with the detail of the service. And now let's come back to Los Angeles trip. I prepared everything over here, so I will read some of the data because I don't remember all the expenses we had. The flights, so let's start with the flights. Usually the flights I'm looking on Skyscanner, but you also can use Kayak or any other platform that gives you the option to see all the prices of different airlines and that you can compare which price and the time is perfect for you. In our case, we are looking at Skyscanner, but we usually book on the uh, airlines pages specifically because it is much cheaper, and sometimes if buying the flights on the airlines platforms, it comes with its benefits. In our case, I knew already that we have direct flights from Barcelona to Los Angeles, and it was the only one airline. It was Tavel. I was looking at other flight options if we are doing the stopover, how big is the difference and if it is cheaper, because sometimes doing a stopover can save you some good amount of money, but it wasn't the case. Tavel still was the cheapest option for us because it is one of the low-cost companies that offer the best prices within transatlantic flights. Tavel is one of the low-cost companies that doesn't offer a lot of facilities on board. So, for example, even for the food or for any other facility that other airlines include in the price of the ticket, here you don't have it. So the basic fare, it has nothing. It is exactly nothing because we had to bring our food on our own. We had to take care of having some warmer clothes because the blanket wasn't offered either. If you want to have a better sleep, you have to prepare from home as well. There are no any other facilities. For each facility that you want on the flight, you have to pay additionally. In terms of when we booked these flights, Usually, I advise by booking the tickets for the transatlantic flights like half a year prior because the prices are better. We wanted exactly to attend the Los Angeles Lakers camp, and we depended a lot on when they will open the dates, on how and on when we have to travel to Los Angeles, because we knew that it will be more or less in July, but we didn't know exactly the dates when we can travel. Because only in March the description form for the Los Angeles Lakers camp opened, and we booked our flights in March for July. It means that it is almost a little bit more than 3 months in advance, and the flights costed us 894 euros per person. We flew two adults and two kids. Usually it is said in the fare that the price is cheaper for the kids and for the adults not, but by the end you pay the whole sum of money, and I just put it into four, and it was a total of 3,576 euros. More details about our experience with the level I will add over here the video that you can look for if you are keen to see about this airline. The food that we took in the plane costed us around 80 euros. It is a lot. Usually we are not eating in such a sum because we took prepared food, but because we thought that in case of taking just the meal for inside the plane, it was like 30 euros per person, which is 124 for us. We decided that we have a good amount. We thought that even if we spend 120 euros on the food that we like and not plain food, it is already better for us. This is why we took prepared foods, a lot of snacks that we can have during this 13 hours flight. Actually, we did the subscription prior to book the flights because first we wanted to assure that we have the place, we have the spot on the Los Angeles Lakers camp. It is crazy how fast you can get out of the subscription because a lot of people are keen to attend these kind of campuses, and if you are not lucky enough or if you are not quick enough, you cannot attend it. So the first step actually was making sure that our kids have a spot in this campus. So we booked the campus for both our kids, and for each kid we paid $750. About the flights I was mentioning in euros, but here we paid in dollars, so it was $750 per kid, and it was all day long with meal included. Yeah, I'm not sure if in this campus was any option without food because, for example, during this summer 2025, we are already planning the campus for kids, and the campus is cheaper, but it is not included the meal, the lunch. In our case, in Los Lakers campus, we had lunch included. So for both kids, we paid $1,500. Angeles Lakers camp, it wasn't in the city itself, it wasn't in Los Angeles, but it was in Westminster. This is why we decided that it would be proper to take a hotel close by to the facility because it will be easier for us to get there. We were still in doubt if we want to rent a car or not. I know that it sounds crazy to go to United States or to Los Angeles and not to rent a car, but here is the spoiler: we didn't rent the car. We were looking for the most achievable way on how to get to the facility without spending too much time and too much money on the Uber or on the Lyft to get to the facility. This is why the first hotel that we booked was the Best Western Westminster Inn, and it was about 918 euros per 1 week. It was about 6 nights, or it was about 7 nights, sorry, because we arrived earlier, few days earlier. We considered that it would be better to get prior to the campus because it is about the jet lag. The difference between Barcelona and Los Angeles, it is about 12 or 13 hours. So it is a huge difference. And this is why we decided that the first day we will be with jet lag, and when the campus will start, the kids will just be ready for doing their best during the campus. In Best Western for Westminster Inn, we had the breakfast included. This is why it is one of the best things to decide. We already knew that we wanted the breakfast included because we didn't want to look for a breakfast in the morning when the kids have to go to the facility and to think about what they will eat prior to the facility. So in the evening it was easier because we just decided where to go places, have dinner. Other things that we were looking for uh, during our researches for this hotel where our kids had the basketball campus was one of the main things very close by to the facility that we have. We have been looking for the breakfast included, and other facility I was looking for the microwave and fridge because many times we have bought some prepared food already and we ate in the hotel. Not always we went outside for the lunch or for the dinner. For the lunch for myself and Dmitry. And another facilities that we weren't looking for but was really great, and I really advise you if you are going to any campus, basketball can be basketball campus or any other sports facility, is that you are looking for a pool or a jacuzzi. It was really worth it because our kids, after all day long playing basketball, were exhausted. And the pool, the water helped them to relax their muscles and to be ready for the next day to work on the basketball facility. So this was about our first week in Los Angeles. Once the campus ended, by the end of we stayed the last night in the hotel on Friday, and on Saturday we moved on to Los Angeles City. In Los Angeles, we decided to go downtown. I know it sounds crazy. A lot of people told me that I don't have to choose downtown, but I was looking as well for something easier for us to get in to the places. And I was thinking that in Los Angeles we will be using a lot public transportation. We used it, but we didn't like it. If coming back to Best Western, there we used Uber and Lyft. We didn't use any public transportation. It wasn't a good combination to go to the facility. But in Los Angeles, we thought that we could take advantage of the public transportation. So why not to take in downtown? In downtown, we booked the Hotel Millennium Biltmore Hotel Los Angeles, and another 7 nights costed us 871 euros. Why I say about the hotels in euros is because I was booking on the web page of lastminute.com that it is here in Spain, and I paid everything in euros prior to the trip. So I booked it already and I paid it not in the hotel, but I booked and paid it earlier. In total, both hotels costed us 1,789 euros. So this is about both hotels for the stay for 2 weeks stay. Here I would mention as well that this is the price that I've got earlier, and I would say that Millennium Biltmore was a 50% discount. It was an offer that I found out. This is why it was even cheaper than Best Western, considering that Best Western is a 2-star hotel and Millennium Biltmore is a 4-star property. But the price is cheaper. In Millennium Biltmore, we didn't have breakfast included. After planning all our cost of the flights, we booked our hotels. We thought that we would need a SIM card. In Japan, when we've been in 2023, we bought the SIM card exactly in the airport while arriving in Japan, but it took a lot of time. It took us like 2 or 3 hours till we find out where to buy it, how to use it, and it just took us a lot of nerves. I thought that it would be great to take a research and to find out the virtual SIM card, and I found out a lot of options. And one of the SIM cards that we bought prior to the flight was costed us 35 euros, 35.04 cents euros, and it was for the 1 month. And if I'm not wrong, it was about 100 gigabytes included. So very good option of price. Let's move on and talk about other costs, like for example, I told you that we didn't rent the car. We were thinking that we were already calculating how much can it cost us to take an Uber or a Lyft for each trip that we will take. And Los Angeles as well, we thought that we will use public transportation. We used it actually, but very few times. And we found out that actually using Uber or Lyft, it will take us with the same price, more or less, than renting a car, maybe slightly more expensive, but the responsibility of leaving the car in the parking or to find the perfect slot of parking in Los Angeles, we didn't know how it will be. In Westminster, we knew that it will be easy because the parking was included in the hotel fare, but in case of Los Angeles, the parking costs were pretty high. And apart from this, if going to all the city center or any uh, park or any themed park, you have to park in specific slots, you have to pay for that parking, so it will have just additional cost that only renting the car. And we used Lyft, that is similar to Uber, but it's more specific for California. We used Uber and we used Metro, and everything costed us around 600 euros. Why I say the price in euros, even if we paid everything in dollars, we used the Revolut, and it took the money from our account from our bank account in euros. This is why we decided I just had all the prices in euros and not in dollars, because I didn't check the Revolut card. I checked our bank account and all the prices that went out from the bank account. So let's move on to the food. One of the things that I think that everyone is looking for, how much we spent on food. We went to Los Angeles with a very clear main goal. We wanted our kids to attend the Los Angeles Lakers camp, and we wanted to enjoy the Los Angeles, Malibu, and all the things that are so beautiful about this city. And we knew that the city itself, it is more expensive than Barcelona, and we were already prepared that all the food that we will eat will be from groceries, or we will have some restaurants in terms of In-N-Out food or McDonald's food. Even if it is not of the food that I would recommend you to take, we were thinking that sometimes we will be eating over there in that type of restaurants. First day we still had some snacks left over from the plane, but on the next day we went to the closest grocery that we had in Westminster, and I think we went to Walmart or something like this, and there we bought some prepared food because as I mentioned, in the campus our kids already had the lunch included, and we had the breakfast included in our hotel fare. So it was about thinking for the lunch for me and Dumitru, and for the dinner. This is why we bought prepared food. We had the microwave in our room. We just warmed out that food that we bought during the first day. Then, and during the next days, we just went because we had plenty of time. We were walking around the area. We found In and Out restaurant. We found out Whole Foods market, and we started to eat a little bit better. For example, for lunch, sometimes we went for In and Out, or for dinner we went to In and Out, and for dinner or for lunch we went for the Whole Foods market. The Whole Foods market is considered one of the most expensive groceries, but what we liked a lot about this, there was a good a lot of options to choose within a really high nutritive and good quality prepared food that we can eat inside in the grocery. So by the end, yes, it is more expensive than a normal grocery, but it is cheaper than going outside in the restaurant. And only once we went with my husband at the restaurant, and we eat like Californian rolls. We eat some specific food, Californian food in that restaurant, and only for that we paid like 120 or $150, something like this. This is why we decided that it is unnecessarily to go out. Meanwhile, we have other things to care about. This is why all the groceries that we went to costed us for the 2 weeks. I mean that the groceries when were going to eat the prepared food in Whole Food markets or buying snacks, and it was about 686 euros and 23 cents. And restaurants here, I mentioned that one restaurant that I went with my hubby, and then In and Out food. I think that to McDonald's we went only once, and here I think that this included Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks, because we went to Starbucks as well twice or three times. And the restaurants costed us to eat out to eat in the restaurant costed us 454 euros. And during that time, we only did one activity during first days. When we arrived to Los Angeles, to Westminster, we did the whale watching experience, but actually it was about watching the dolphins, and we paid 90 euros for that activity. Other things that we bought during our trip in United States, it was but there we bought the Apple Pen, and as well we bought the other additional things like the cover for the Apple and other things. And all the Apple techies costed us 963 euros. And now let's talk about the overall price of this trip in Los Angeles. So I have I have changed the price for the campus from $1,500 into euros. At that point, it was about 1,400 euros. Now it's slightly different. And if calculating everything in euros, the overall cost for 2 weeks for 4 people in Los Angeles costed us 8,689 euros. What do you think? So let me know in the comments, what do you think? Is it much or it is not so much to pay for a trip of 2 weeks with 2 adults and 2 kids? So that's it. This was about our costs in Los Angeles. Let me know if you like this kind of videos. I thought that I will be doing more of this. I already started to prepare the cost of our trip for this summer, but I don't want to mention still where we are going. But I already put down all the costs that we are spending. As well, I have another trips that we already did and I would like to share here, but I'm keen to know if you like it, if you like this format, and what do you think about it. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. It will help us to understand that you like what we do. and to share more experiences like this. Thank you for watching and till the next video. Bye.